Thought I was gonna film with my glasses on. I guess I'm not. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Paige, and this video is gonna be about 10 things I wish I knew before high school, because I'm about to be a senior and I'm kind of gone through my high school years learning things about myself and about high school in general, but I wrote them down because I forget things very easily. And yeah, let's just get started. Okay. Number one is that they only give us 4 minutes for passing periods. Now, like, I kind of understand, because it's like you gotta have time to actually be in your classes and do what you need to do. But it's like you're giving me 4 minutes to get from one side of the building to another. And in my high school, our high school is shaped like this. So it's like, if I'm on this side of the building, if I'm on this side of the U and you want me to get to this side in 4 minutes, I'm gonna have to be that one kid sprinting down the hallways because you decided to space my classes apart and give me 4 minutes to get to each class, and then stop at my locker to put my stuff away. Because they always want you to use your locker, but it's like, in what world, with what time do I have to actually stop at my locker? What? Number 2 is be more open-minded. Like, be more open-minded about everything. Talking to people. Like, don't be so shy, because that's how you make friends. And then also, it's, how do I say this? You know those memes where it's like, when your one best friend isn't in school and so you have to pick a new partner, something like that. And you don't want to be that kid that only talks, or not that kid, you're about to be in high school. You don't want to be that one person that is only best friends with one person in the class, and then when you have to form groups, you don't have anybody else to work with. And then also be more open-minded about taking, like, what classes you want to take, what clubs you want to do, because it's good to do clubs and do stuff like that, because that's how you make more friends and become more involved in your school, or like contribute to your school. I guess that's how you can say it. Number 3 is kind of similar to what I said before. Actually talk to people. Make friends. Even if that's just a simple, can I borrow a pencil? Like, it could be as simple as that. You should just act like, what am I trying to say? Actually talk to people. Like, if you want to make friends, you've got to talk to people. You've got to communicate. Even if that just means, asking them a simple question, or just starting some random conversation that's going to help build your relationship with that person. Even if they're not your best friend or going to be your best friend, it's still good that you talk to them and get some sort of relationship. That way you won't mind working with them if the person that you talk to more doesn't show up to school. Number 5 is grades aren't an accurate, or at least this is my opinion, grades aren't an accurate representation of how smart you are. Learning is more important. That's what I'm trying to say. Learning is more important than grades, because learning, you'll carry that on with you through life, and it'll kind of stick with you more than taking a bunch of tests so that others can define how smart you are. Because, like, when you think about it, tests basically check to see if teachers did their job. If they didn't teach you properly, or you didn't learn from what the teacher's teaching, then that's their fault. Like, they need to fix themselves. But then again, it's not always the teacher, because I don't know, teachers have different ways of teaching their students, but it's hard because some teachers only like to learn or do things one way when there's multiple ways. And if they didn't teach you anything, then they need to just find a new way to teach you, rather than, I don't know, getting mad that you didn't learn what they were teaching you. Number 6 is be okay with the fact that people may not like you. So, like, when you go into high school, it's like you want to stay to yourself, but you also want to make friends so that you're not lonely. But not everybody will like you. Even if they don't know your name, they don't know who you are, they've never met you before, they've never talked to you before. You just have to be okay with the fact that people may not like you, and that's okay, because others will. There are too many people in this world or in your high school for you to care about one person not liking you. People are going to say stuff about you, people are going to talk about you, call you ugly, this and that. It's your responsibility to act like you don't care, or at least to accept the fact that not everybody's gonna like you, because you can't make everybody like you. If you try, they're just gonna hate you more, maybe. Or you might, convince them to like you, but then it's like you had to convince them to like you. So it's like, is it genuine? I don't know. 7 is things seem like they matter right now. Say if you're a freshman. In a few years, 4 years, which is half the time of being in elementary school from 1st grade to 8th grade, like, it's not gonna matter in a few years. Like, you probably won't even be talking to the same people that you started in high school with your senior year. So it's like, things only seem to matter right now because you're going through right now and you're experiencing it and you're going through the emotions and the stress, but it really doesn't matter. You feel me? Like, relationships, kind of like, you're not gonna think about that person 2 years from now. 2 months from now, you will not be thinking about that person. So it's like, you gotta kind of realize that things, or the way you're feeling, can sometimes only be temporary. Because, like, as you go on through your high school years, you'll look back at when you were a freshman and a sophomore, and you'll be like, why was I freaking out? There was no reason for you to freak out, because now everything's fine. So, I don't know. Just take it with a grain of salt right now. Number 8, what I realized, I used to sway to more to people that, like, were really out here doing some crazy stuff. Not that I was getting involved, but, like, those were the types of people that I was drawn to, or like to have relationships with. And what I realized over the years is that people are really out here doing drugs, like getting addicted to drugs. You're in high school, you're a 16-year-old in high school. I don't know. I don't condone smoking or doing drugs or drinking at underage, because when you become 18, you can do whatever you want. But I don't condone that. But if you do it, then do it safely, but I don't condone doing it. Number 9 is don't wait to take hard classes. Like, not hard classes, like when I was a freshman and a sophomore, I didn't take any honors classes or AP classes, which I guess you technically wouldn't, because you're just now like getting into the flow of high school in those years. But just don't be afraid to take hard classes. Even if you just take an honors class, you don't have to take an AP class. I take an honors class, honors English, because it's easy. I've always been good at English. But it's like, don't wait too long, because then you'll be like, oh, I should have took these, because it looks really good to colleges when you take hard classes. So don't wait until your senior year or junior year to take hard classes or to take AP or honors classes, because it'll help you with your grades, especially if you're doing bad in another class, because honors classes and AP classes count for more points or more of a percentage in the grade book than regulars. Also, and don't be ashamed to take regular classes. Just because your friends are taking AP and honors classes and you're taking all regulars, don't be afraid, because lots of people even now tell me that it's the same. And also, you have to pay to take an AP class. They want you to pay to be smarter, like, or to be more smart. What? I don't know what I'm saying, y'all. But yeah, so just keep that in mind. Number 9. Oh, we already did number 9. Number 10. The last piece of advice, or the last thing that I wish I knew before high school. Upperclassmen don't care about you. They don't. Like, when you're a freshman, you think that everybody's out to get you and to hurt you and to be mean to you and pick on you because you're a freshman. You just arrived. You don't know anything about high school. You are at the bottom of the food chain and I'm at the top. But that really doesn't matter. Like, we don't care about you. If we see a freshman with a full backpack running to class, even though there's 1 minute left, knowing you won't make it, we don't care. We'll look, but we won't care. If we see you fall or something, we might look, we're not gonna care. If we see you doing your own thing and we assume that you're a freshman, which not every freshman looks like a freshman, so you really have nothing to worry about. But if you're doing your own thing and you think that the sophomores, the juniors, the seniors are all paying attention to you or watching you, or you feel like you're being watched, you're not. You're being glanced at as I walk down the hall, but we're not gonna keep our eyes on you. We're not gonna plan to ruin your life, because how is that helping me? What is that doing for me? Nothing. So don't be scared of upperclassmen, because they can't do anything. They really can't do anything. They can try, but I mean, I don't know, I just feel like there's nothing to be worried about with upperclassmen. I'm about to be a senior. I could care less about what the freshmen are doing. You know, I might assume that you're a freshman just by something you're doing, but that's not an accurate representation of if you're a freshman or not. You could be in the same grade as me and I assume you're a freshman just because you are doing something dumb. But everybody does dumb stuff. I don't know, I'm done. That was the last piece of advice. Thank you so much for watching. This is going to be a part of a back to school series that I do. Comment some things that you might want to see, or comment some things that you want me to talk about that have to do with high school. Leave a like or a dislike. If you didn't like the video, dislike. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell you to like. A like would be nice, but I can't force you to like my video. Subscribe or don't. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you what to do. And peace.